It's always
I
a
don't know,
good morning, America.
man.
All right,
That
Crossroads Sports, the
we
weekend update. Myself, Braden Reef, a little remote session outside, and we got Jonathan Birdsong. JB, how are you? How's your
doing our
weekend?
hey man, up and down. What I'm saying. We here we tapping into some playoffs, NFL draft as well. You know what I'm saying. So man, I'm having a good weekend, man. Since the sun came out, it's good. Good Sunday.
Yeah, it is. I had to put the hat on because it was just blinding me. Yeah, man, we got NBA playoffs going on. We got the draft. There was a bunch of controversy with the draft and
Hunt.
people getting hoodwinked and fake calls.
Hey man, look. Like I'm all for this. Saying crank anchors. I love that show. Remember crank
Yeah, yeah, I watched it.
practical jokes, and like we ain't really did practical joke in a long time because like nobody has landline phones anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or if you do, everybody's got caller ID. So like kind of like
Right.
saying so. But you snuck into your dad's phone, got what I'm saying, made a joke, and I knew it happened to some other kid too. But like the other kid ain't got no name like Shador Sanders, so it's kind of I don't want nobody to come after the kid. The kid made an apology. You know what I'm saying? The Atlanta Falcons had to tighten up. They like, hey, bro, why is your kid got your phone? Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? And that's
Right.
the issue. That's
Well,
the issue.
apparently the dad had an iPad that was left open and unlocked that had the phone numbers for all the
Yeah,
players.
yeah. That's an HR issue. You know what I'm saying? But like,
Yeah.
I don't think he deserved to be fired or anything like that. But like, hey, man,
No.
that's definitely a conversation. And like, you kind of be on thin ice. You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
whatever that.
And it,
To do accepted apology, America, you gotta get out of the way. It's over.
yeah. And the fact that he slipped to the fifth round, and I read a report that said that Shadur purposely tanked some interviews uh during his time just because he had
I'm not
music
about.
playing with headphones on and stuff during it and just wasn't
I'm
taking
not.
shit serious.
I get it, man. I get it. I'm not about to go. I don't. We wasn't in the interview rooms, man. You know what comes with, like, you know what I'm saying, with the Sanders, with the program, man. I don't. But like, I don't think like, but like what we saw on the tape, like what we saw on the tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? He leveled up. Okay, if Jackson State, everybody has their own opinion about, what I'm saying, HBCU programming and like can they compete or whatever. So he leveled up. They have to do Division One. However you feel about the Big 12 level, he was in Heisman condition. Again, I kind of go to, I look at the talent. And I also know Ding Dong King Kong, y'all, that this is a league that historically will reach for quarterback talent. Reach. I
Ooh,
can't even. They do.
I
We
don't
know
know.
the homie. We know the homie here at home. I don't get in trouble, but I'm not social anymore. But Anthony Richardson is a project. You know what I'm saying? He needs a year that he got to show improve, and he didn't have
Right.
as much. He didn't have as much. I'm not saying like they're not up square for square the same kind of quarterback. Okay, everybody knows my opinion on that, but in a position. Can Shador Sanders throw with accuracy? Absolutely. Does he have some good wiggles? Absolutely. Does he is he maneuverability like Anthony Richardson? Absolutely not. But he can play that. I believe he can play position. Hell, the homie, man, to play for Purdue, got a shot with the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
McConnell.
Like,
Aiden McConnell.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And I don't know. I can't right now. I don't have Adam Collins. You know what I'm saying? Right next in front of me, but like you know what I'm saying. The tape suggests that Shadur Sanders. Brandon Reef. Like I ain't gonna crash out like Mel Kiper did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do a super mock draft or anything like that this year. I'll be honest with you. My mind's been on portal crap and NBA lottery and for the NBA playoffs and kind of coming down a little from like all the saying shout out to the NIT and the Big Ten. Say come down from that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got my credentials on me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time. But you know what I'm saying? So like really like deep diving into, but like no, but like next year I guarantee you, like I'm gonna blow you away. Brandon Reaper too, because like there's gonna be better quarterback play, and you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be those dudes from Georgia and Alabama defensively is gonna be coming to the league. So yes, next year's draft is better. But Shedeur Sanders, I personally had him in the 20s, if not second day. And on my professional opinion, from what I
I
seen.
thought we, I thought twice we were going to get him. I thought twice. I thought opening night, Thursday night, and then I thought maybe
Well,
it's Friday.
the Steelers not gonna get him because they're leaving the door open. I'm glad we can transition. The Steelers leave
So
the door open for Anthony Rodgers, bro.
yes, Steelers draft. I actually liked it. I gave it a B plus for their draft. They addressed a lot of their defensive needs. People are like, "Why the hell would you take a defensive tackle? And
Why
why did
not?
you take a linebacker? Why did you take
Why?
another edge rusher?" Well, you want to know why? Because in the AFC wildcard game, we lost to the Ravens 42-21. We gave up 300 yards rushing. That's why on 50 rushes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
gotta get younger at that position, which is historically what the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I'm saying? I kind of known to be hard-headed, defensive-minded team. Like, it kind of just makes sense for them. Does the quarterback from Ohio State kind of work out for them in rotation? Probably. I think he would.
I told you Will Howard's probably gonna be our guy.
And then, the rumor mill is Aaron Rodgers got to make that decision.
I think
He,
it's coming. That's why I
I
heard a rumor. It's coming
do
this week.
like, because the thing is, like Brandon Reed, who's also ain't nobody else courting you, brother. Nobody else is courting Aaron Rodgers. Nobody, unless
Yeah,
my deep, you know what I'm saying. I call some of my D State connects, but nobody
I
else.
love. We should have traded Pickens though, because he's done for this year. We need to get value for him. If we don't trade him before the trade deadline, he has to be traded.
So long as I mean, I don't know, bro.
Has to. He's not resigning. Get value for him while you can.
The draft is over though. That's all I'm saying.
Well, then you just franchise him and then let him explode and blow up and be Antonio Brown style. But
Man,
overall, I love the linebacker Jack Sawyer from Ohio State that they went and got. Uh, they obviously got Will Howard from Ohio State. I love Caleb Johnson. I think it's Johnson, the running back from Iowa. He is basically a Lev Bell 3.0, is what he is. He's
uh,
got that motor where he can run it.
was Cam Scatterboo still on the board end?
Cam Scaggo went in the second round early.
Okay, well, that was who what I'm saying. Wishing was I was one of the Pittsburgh Steelers kind of have. Uh,
Yeah, but I like Caleb Johnson. That was a good pick for us. I like that. Colts I thought had a good draft as well. They had a really good draft. I liked what they had.
I mean, they
They got their guy.
they filled their holes. Radio personality said Gronkowski best pump the brakes on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Knowing him the next Gronkowski, he does look physical.
who said that? KB.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I ain't shouting nobody else on that. Nobody else's shows, man. You know what I'm saying? No, he's cool. Kevin Bowen's cool. I don't. He does like saying chirpers a little down
It
here.
ain't it ain't Sweebo. So Sweetie, he's
It ain't like
gone.
Double D. I gotta act. I don't want to get political, Brandon, but I don't know. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about it. Mike Brown's. Mike Brown's taking over IU. I'll be tweeting Dan Doctors tomorrow.
Oh my God, I got no. He's in charge of the board members. I
Coach,
mean, we're not political, but I just started laughing when I saw that.
but yeah, I'm like, damn, what you gonna do? But I don't know.
That's Stan's guy. He's his number one.
Mm-hmm.
We'll transition to Saturday. Uh, we had some ball games, and hey, I went to Circle City Expo on Saturday down at the Wyndham Hotel in Indianapolis. John, I got to meet my my hero. Can we say my hero? My childhood
Professional,
hero.
professional wrestling
My
icon.
favorite wrestler of all time. You can say Hulk Hogan. No, I actually met my favorite wrestler. I've talked to him more about him than anybody else. Brett the Hitman Hart. It
That
was amazing.
guy's my witness, and I hope what I'm saying one day to meet him. As we've been doing Crossroads Sports, and me and kind of like to be the moment honestly, what I'm saying, me and Brandon kind of tug of war. I play this heel role when it kind of comes to Bret Hart because he was to me bland. You know what I'm saying, when it was coming up. But again, like we had Ric Flair shouting in my ear Saturday morning, had Hulk Hogan doing incredible crap, even though he's racist. But like so Bret Hart coming into like when Brandon, was coming up, the wrestling, that he would enjoy. Yeah, technically, yes, he was very great. Like I can't really like Mr. Perfect and him mirror one, but like Bret Hart takes it to another level. You know what I'm saying? He really took it like he says and then so when they said he was too bland, right? And I'm gonna let Brandon get to the story, man, because that's great. Because if you told me I could met Sting at some point, I probably fucking sorry, Lord, I probably he ain't with the clan. I'm just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But I probably Ric Flair, I probably fan out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, meeting Bret Hart, I would probably shake his hand and be like, dude, it's kind of awesome, and like you know what I'm saying, want to do on sunglasses with him. But that's what I remember about most about Bret Hart is that when he got the opportunity to be the champion, and everybody said, you know what I'm saying, he was going to be too bland as being champion. You know what I'm saying, that opinion that I reflected, he made it a niche for himself where even in the comic world of the WWE, where it's all over the top, you got snakes, you got dogs, you got death, you got zombies, you know what I'm saying, you got, I mean, all these things. He made him stand out. Like he even faded, you know what I'm saying, Shawn Michaels. Like Shawn Michaels came with that same little swag that he had, like, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, but like he still squashed it until Vince McMahon and Triple H had to step in. That's the story. But I wonder, like he made himself like, okay, I can never, he says it. He said it in I can never be like Hulk Hogan, and I can't talk like Ric Flair, but they can't wrestle like me. And that's the truth. They couldn't perform like it make it look believable. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like Bret Hart make it look believable. You know what I'm saying?
He also was the champion where he took it serious that he was the
Oh yeah.
champion
Oh,
and that some people don't do, and he played that role of like being the champion was the greatest thing in the entire world. And as Brett said, and I'll allude to it, he started playing Bret Hart. He said in his documentary, he started playing Bret Hart when he was 4 years old back in Calgary. So he knew the character that he needed to be. He wasn't the biggest in an area that when we had steroids and we had the biggest
correct.
biceps and all this going on. He
Right.
wasn't the greatest on the mic, as you've said in your troll days of Bret Hart. And I know he
He's
wasn't
good
the
though.
greatest on his
No, like
mic.
I
He
want to
got
make
better.
him good though. He's good. Absolutely.
Yeah. But his technically sound is one of the best, if not the best wrestler of all time. And when I found out a couple months ago, 3 months ago, that he was coming to Indianapolis for the Squared Circle Expo, I bought my tickets. And anyways, I get there. Let me just paint a picture. I'm going there. It's like 10 a.m. I'm thinking, okay, we have maybe 200 people, whatever, right? I'm gonna pull into this place. This fucking hotel was packed, no parking whatsoever.
That early.
This convention center this early at like 10 a.m. And his photo op doesn't start until noon.
Mm-hmm.
From 12 to 12:45 was the photo op, and then he goes to his table. So I get there, find a place to park in the back. And I'm like, all right, we're good. I go inside, I got my backpack on and stuff. I go to check in, get my wristband. I wait in line for about 35 minutes or so to get into the main hall where the wrestlers are all at.
Okay.
And you've got the headbangers. You've got Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, the Blue Meanie, Mick Foley, uh,
Who's who? It's a who's who.
Mar- Mariah May, Gene Snitsky, Al Snow. Uh,
You see, my
you've got who?
homie Jack Vaughn.
Jack Vaughn, the veteran, was there. Didn't get to talk to him, but the veteran was there. Chris Castellanos, Cesaro,
Okay.
uh,
Oh wow.
Swerve, Prince
Okay.
Anana from AEW. X Pac was there. Uh, um,
Wow.
Billy Gunn, uh, Joe Hendry. Just those types that I'm seeing here. Getting off the elevator, I've got MVP Bobby Lashley and
Hurt
Shelton
fan.
Benjamin from the Hurt family. So
Mm-hmm.
they were getting off the elevator. Just seeing them as I'm getting in line. Um, so I go through and I tour the facility, you know, see area tables, um, the divas and the seeing the tables and all that, and it was pretty cool. Sergeant Slaughter, another one. Um, got to meet Sergeant Slaughter. He actually bumped into my shoulder. Funny story. I'll mention that here soon. Bumped in my shoulder
You
and a buddy's
freaking
shoulder.
that Sergeant Slaughter.
Yo,
It's
Joe.
like I'll let you back to your story. You just know Sergeant Slaughter from like being a wrestler.
Yes,
He also is a cartoon. He's in that world too.
I gave him the Yo Joe,
Oh, God bless America. You did the Lord's work.
and he gave it back to me.
Brandon Reeve. I probably would have fanned out. if I seen Sergeant
It
Slaughter.
was awesome. It was awesome. And I got that picture I sent you of Bret Hart and him together. It's
Oh,
funny because Brett Slaughter was walking out of the thing and he says, "Hey, you guys are getting ready to meet the 51st president or the 51st, the president of the 51st state, the governor of the 51st state of the United States." Uh, he's taking Bret Hart with Canada, where Trump was
oh,
trying to get all that shit. So, but I thought
okay.
that was funny. Anyways, so it gets to the photo op, and I'm like, okay, where's the photo op line for Bret Hart? And they're like, oh, it's over around the corner here. I didn't think check-in started like 11:45, so I was like, okay. But then I went there like 11:20. They're like, well, you can go ahead and get in line around the corner. I was like, okay. I go down the hall, people, people, people. Bret Hart shirts everywhere. Around the first corner, people, people, people. I go, oh shit. I go down the third corner, people, like four people, then me. When I tell you that line wrapped around twice for photos with Bret Hart.
Hmm.
I get in there, John. Went up, nervous. I've never been nervous to meet somebody in my entire life. Um, went up there, shook his hand. I said, "Hey, Brett, how are you?" He said, "Good. How are you?" He's like, "What's your name?" I said, "Brandon." Brandon. He goes, "Oh, nice to meet you, Brandon." I said, "Yeah, my wife actually did a cameo for my birthday a couple months ago." And he goes, "How?" He goes, "How is Lindsay?" Because he actually said Lindsay. I didn't tell you
Oh,
that, but he said,
oh,
"How is Lindsay?"
that's
I said, she's good. I said, she's good. You got a good wife there that's going to do a cameo for me for your birthday. I said, oh, absolutely. Took three photos. Was in and out quick, right? Because they have to plow through everybody in 45 minutes. Um, go out, and then I go back to the hall, and I see one of my buddies. Shout out Kyle Wells, a Wells Mania podcast, wrestling podcast, great wrestling podcast. They do it every week. He was there. He was talking to him about Mania. He got married at WrestleMania in Vegas too, which is crazy. Uh, so talked with him, and then I was like, "What line are you guys in? Who you waiting to see?" He goes, "Bret Hart." This is at like 12:30. Okay, so I'm like, he's like, "Shit, I need to get in line, man. I don't care about seeing anybody else. I saw people. I'll see people after." So I go get in line. Uh, it was like 12:35, 12:40. I get in line down the hall. I mean, I'm in a line that's beside hotel rooms. So it's just like, I hope it's not loud. And there's just people everywhere. They had to stop the line, John, but it took me 2 hours and 47 minutes in that line.
commitment.
That is fucking commitment. I
That's
went in
commitment.
that line. I met a guy behind me named Sal from Illinois. Very cool dude. Me and him spit wrestling trivia and Bret Hart like trivia back and forth. He's like the other version of me, but lives out in Illinois. So we've
Okay.
hooked up now on Instagram. So but he
Okay.
comes here for a lot of like Fever games and Pacer games and stuff. So I'm gonna hook up with him and do some content. But he's a really really cool dude. So I get in line. I run into Fred Feltner while I'm in line. Like I'm maybe 10, 12 people away. I run into Fred.
Shout out to
And
Felder.
he was gonna go get his belt signed, his Winged Eagle belt signed. I
But,
told him, I said, dude, I said, they stopped the line,
oh,
man.
but he's gonna get winning belt Bret Hart.
Yeah.
Oh Lord,
I said, Fred, they stopped the line like an out, like they capped it way back there.
be serious.
So he gave me his money and the belt and asked me if I'd get the signature on the
Stop.
belt for him.
Are you serious,
Dead
Brandon?
serious.
Are we in? Are you lying to me?
Dead serious.
Uh,
So we go up there and
Shout out to
it's getting close.
Felder.
Yeah. Shout out Fred. He's going to call in Wednesday, he said. So
Cool.
I just got to figure out the audio issue. So I got to figure
Yeah,
that out. Um,
piston talk for sure.
yeah. So it gets to my spot in line, and well, first I go to the table where the pictures are and stuff. I already have and I showed you my Bret Hart figurine that I had signed in case that I had him sign. They have a sweet poster that I saw that I had him sign of WrestleMania 8 between Bret Hart and Rowdy Piper at the RCA Dome
You should.
or the Hoosier Dome.
Uh huh.
So I have that picture. I have Brett signed it. It sucks. I'll never have Roddy Piper ever be able to sign it, but
Yeah.
I've got a frame coming for that. So I had him sign that, and then Bret Hart. Then I had the belt. So it gets to my turn, and I get up there. Mind you, I'm nervous the second time. I don't know why I'm nervous the second time because he's sitting at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts signing the figurine and stuff. And I said, Brett, I have a couple questions for you. I said, number one, I said, when you come out and you've got the hands, you're doing this thing. I said, what is it you're saying? Like, I'm trying all these years, I don't know what you're saying. He said it's a mixture. It's a mixture of let's fucking go or what's fucking now or what's up or hey, he changes every
Oh,
time.
got you.
But it's that type of thing. And I said, Brett, if you could have a program with any wrestler that you've never had a program with, who would it be? That's from your question that
And
you asked me to ask him.
right.
His answer, I thought it was going to tee it up for Kevin Owens. I really thought that would be his answer, like politically answer because a
Lusu,
Canadian.
somebody from Lusu. Okay.
Exactly. He said Rey Mysterio Jr. by the way that he works himself in the ring, that he feels like him and Ray in their primes would have had a hell of a program.
Yeah. Brett probably would have. He probably would have put him in a pretzel though.
Because Brett did well with old big guys, fat
He
guys,
did.
and even small guys. One, two,
No,
three
Brett
kid.
it looked all believable. Anybody, but I'm saying like even Ray Mysterio in his prime. I don't know, man. Bret Hart put him in a pretzel, bro. Make him look bad. Make him,
And he said if it wasn't Rey Mysterio, he would have said, I don't know, who do I say? John Cena, so
no, I don't think play singer. But I get that. You know what I'm saying? I thought he
right.
was gonna, but maybe he do. He might have some good match. A bunch of matches from the old school guys, so there ain't too many people that he ain't really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But Brett was very, very soft spoken, very soft
Oh,
spoken. You know, very cool. The handshake was perfect. Yeah, man, I fanboyed out. That was that was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 20, 30, 40-year-old Brandon. Uh, it doesn't get better than that, man. I've met the person that I need to, and I don't know when he's ever going to do this again, if he's ever going to, if he's ever going to
right,
come to Indy again.
right.
So I had to do that, and I got a nice printout of our photo together. They gave us a free printout of the photo. So um, we're Russell Circle Center Expo 6 next year. You're going. I don't care what you have to do. You're going.
Many a Saturday morning. I just want to have the opportunity to tell any of these guys that I ever, you know what I'm saying, woke up Saturday morning after the cartoons went off, even Hacksaw Jim Duggan. You know, I probably fan out for
The
Hacksaw
four
Jim
horsemen were there, all of them, except for
I,
Flair. Flair was
except
there
for
Friday, not Saturday. But Barry Windham, uh, Arn Anderson, Tully,
they made
they were
wrestling.
all there.
They got that again. Some other guys that Bret Hart he wrestled some of those guys too. They made wrestling look real and believable and put and took pride in they like in their and all that in their program.
So
You
it was
know,
good to see everybody. They all look old, obviously, because everybody gets older, right? So,
that's
but it
mental
was
30.
fun. I think I got out of there about 4:30. My wife was calling me, asking me when the hell I was going to get home, but
Mhm.
it was about 4:30 p.m. by the time I left on Saturday. I could have stayed because the veteran Jack Vaughn, um, Jake Oman was there as well.
Okay.
I think Oman won the title
Yeah,
that night. They had a match. So they had a wrestling event you could have paid for. I didn't pay for it because I didn't start till 8 and I wasn't going to be there that long. But
right.
they had wrestling there. Friday night, they had some trivia. Then they had a karaoke night where apparently some wrestlers came down from their hotel rooms and did trivia and stuff with them or karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool event over there. I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to go next year. I think you need to go with me. I know
I'm
you
going.
weren't the Bret Hart guy. I tried to get you to guy a ticket all leading up to it, man. I tried so hard.
I had a little situation yesterday.
I know you did. You did. But overall, incredible experience with Bret Hart. I'm over the moon for it, man. That you as much as we've done, like you said, we've done this show. Like I've always talked highly of Bret Hart. I've always sent you a clip or a picture or something, and
Yeah,
it's your version of Sting, right?
it's
Sting was there Friday. He was there
it's
Friday, not Saturday.
I'll catch up with Sting one day, and we'll talk about you know what I'm saying. Cause like I understand like why you like Bret Hart. I like Sting for the same reason why you like Bret. He did everything right when he was in his prime. He did everything right. Whatever the pro, ever like that, Sting ain't that great on the mic either. He just says things like real loud. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll be
He'll
there
give you
next
the
year.
woo. Who else? Give me a second here. I'm seeing if there's anything else I missed.
We ain't talking
Um,
no NFL
Tito
football.
Santana,
He
Tatanka,
was there. Okay.
Torrey Wilson.
Oh Lord.
Uh, oh, I didn't even say it. Let me give you my Scott Steiner story. So
Uh-oh.
Scott Steiner,
Is this PG rated?
yeah, it's PG.
Okay.
So he's at his table, and I'm rolling through, and I'm like, "Oh, take a picture of this guy, take a picture of that guy." I was like, "Oh, there's." So I started doing a video,
Uh-huh.
and Scott Steiner goes, "Hey, buddy, no videos, no videos, man." I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry, Scott. Don't want any videos taken. He doesn't want shit."
You
Now,
said
Kyle,
he says that you better turn off the camera.
I turned that son of a bitch off quicker than
Hey,
shit.
man, I ain't saying I'm gonna punk out, but like I ain't, who would want to go for real hands with Scott Steiner?
No, thank you.
You
He
better
was
be a
big in person.
all right. I know he's gotten fights in back rooms with other guys, and they tough guys too. But like who like I'm like I don't bench press, but like 150, if that. You know what I'm saying? And Scott Steiner, like that's funny. Tell you
He said that. I said, "No, no problem, Scott. I'll turn that sucker off." Um, but
hilarious.
it's, but yeah, it
No,
was a very, very, very cool
Flex,
experience.
man, he can still do that.
Lex Luger was there as well.
Shout out to the Lex Luger, the legend. Absolutely.
Yep. Um, let's talk a little NBA today.
Yeah.
So we had Knicks and Pistons.
Whew.
Uh, Fred Felder said the NBA is faker than WWE. Fuck the Knicks. That
Mm-mm.
was his exact comment. Uh,
This calls there.
there was called. Hey, by Jalen Brunson did the what Willis Reed thought he was out, couldn't walk, got carried out, and then comes back in and
Jalen Brunson's killer. And he was kind of clutch in those moments, man. I kind of put it some on Twitter, kind of jokingly. Did Nico Harrison? Did he trade him too, or did he let him go? Like that's another. Like if that's what it is from Dallas Mavericks, that's what it is. Like
right.
you know what I'm saying. That's another kind of scar on his resume. Um, Kay Cunningham. That's like we cannot. The tape had bad tape down the stretch, man. That is what it is. Turnover and
I think they're a year early. Am I wrong?
yeah. And then the kid during hitting guard. You know what I'm saying? Cardi Towns. Cardi Towns was special. They did let him get away with a push away, I thought, but Cardi Towns hit a big shot, and like he hit some big shots all afternoon for the Knicks. So playoff basketball is a little different than regular season basketball, and they are on a growth spurt. So I will say that it's also kind of a wasted kind of moment, kind of game for Tim Hardaway Jr. He has some, some veteran moments. You know what I'm saying? How long Tim Hardaway gonna play? You know what I'm saying? Seriously, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't y'all remember him in Michigan in the Final Four? I do. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of
I
still
do.
root. I kind of still root for Tim Hardaway Jr. I do. So, kind of wasted the game out of him. So I kind of point to that. He had a corner three that Josh Hart bumped him.
He bumped him, and the referee admitted it
And the
in the
referee
post
admitted
game.
it. Well, ain't the referee admitted the tape admitted. Here's the crazy thing about it, man. I'm on my couch or with the dogs on the floor, eating spaghetti, eating burritos, and the referee, you're right there, friend. And lo and behold, hold on, you got another friend over there. Oh, wait a minute. There's an eye in the sky. Oh, lo and behold, oh no, there's somebody in New York. This ain't 1981 no more. Steve Tabby rolling over this grave, and
That's the
he's
that's
just
the first, and that was only one game.
I'll get to this next one. I'll get to this next one.
Before we get to the second one, I want to put a buffer game in. The
Thank you.
Clipper Nugget game was intense, and that was one of the most interesting. I've never seen an ending like that in my entire life.
Man, I had a good friend try to tell me they thought Jokic,
Did that on purpose?
he's picking up a legend like none other. He's got incredible stats, and that was a shot. And Aaron Gordon bailed him out. Like,
100%.
but like, damn, y'all, put a body on somebody. Damn, James Harden, where was you at? Like again, man, they telling me this era.
Give him credit for coming back though, man. They were down like 16, 17, I thought like 5 minutes ago.
this era is bad. Like I watch these videos every day of these people that say that, you know what I'm saying, this disqualified the like the basketball that I grew up on or whatever. And I don't know, man. Block out, bro. Block out. That's all I can tell you. Amazing, but you said come back. We got Ben Simmons. Can you believe it? Kawhi Leonard looks like the Bionic Man, but it still comes down to funny. We got block out.
Minnesota and Lakers just ended a little bit ago. Lakers down 3-1.
Cheating.
John, you were tweeting at me. I was tweeting back at you.
Hands is
what an ending, huh?
They're cheating the king, man. They want LeBron James to do everything.
You can call a foul on somebody when you're reviewing a play.
I don't understand.
If it's out of bounds or not, it was off of, you can call a foul. Say, oh, that's a foul.
If it was a side out, they called the referee made Brandon. They called side out Lakers. To go side out Lakers of Minnesota. Who did it go off on? So I'm looking at the damn tape. Okay, the ball trajectory, did it hit after LeBron James hit the ball, which I thought, right? Did it hit?
Mm-hmm.
Did it hit the homie's leg to go out? The Minnesota. Not no damn foul.
I don't get it. How does that play? How does that work?
Challenge foul. What kind of rules is this? I didn't want to say. Boy, you lucky this ain't the 90s. Because I would have said sissy.
Your video and audio is cutting in and out. I think the deep state's watching you.
Well, of course, you already know. But listen, what kind of call? Like they called side out.
They did.
That was the original challenge. These fools call a foul. They challenged foul, but the referee called. They said side out. So like, I gave you the scenario again, man. But so you look at the tape. Did LeBron foul? Yes, but that wasn't the call.
That wasn't what the review was about. It was about who was it off of.
Kiss my grits. You cheat that's not how
the fix is in.
Him down at G's getting
now listen.
Run around in the mass on the floor.
Call me crazy. I still think they have a shot to win the series because you can go back to LA and win. And then you can sneak one out in Minnesota, and then you got Game 7 in LA where Luka can have a game.
LeBron James is gonna go nuclear, and to the point, Bronny James will be playing in the fourth.
I knew they were in trouble when they had to do that inbound play, and they only had 1 second to get it across half court.
Okay, I'm not. We can't all. It can't all. And I know satirically, anybody watching this, like, man, they know I'm a LeBron James supporter. But like, hey, man, how many times we gonna let Luka Doncic off the hook, dude? Like he lays on the ground, you get frustrated play because you didn't get the call, and he lays down. You cost, and he automatically costs his team points. I see why Dallas traded him.
Oh,
Brandon, he got bad tape. I'm not that dude to be breaking down tape. You know what I'm saying?
But everybody got bad tape.
No, defensively, like where he doesn't do anything. Like so, JJ kind of put himself on an island. He put, like you said, him out there. Don't like, okay, keep on letting guard Anthony Edwards.
Austin Reeves, no show.
Well,
no, don't let him off the hook. You're a big three.
If they're supposed to be right. If you're trying to get to the finals to play Boston, sorry, Pacers, Cleveland. If you're trying to get to play Boston,
do you feel they have a chance to come back in 7?
I'll tell you, LeBron James is about to go nuclear explosion.
I love it. I'm the same way. I'm gonna put a bet on the Lakers.
LeBron James is going to go nuclear explosion.
I'm gonna put a bet on the Lakers to come back and win in 7. I'm gonna see what it's at. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to come. JJ gonna have to come with a better scheme and a less predictable offense. And did I forget Dr. Connect played on the team?
I saw him in the warm-ups.
He can't get in the game.
No, bro.
Game, but shoot, I ain't the coach.
Bronny would get in before him.
If they up 30, Bronny James is getting some playoff time. But he's gonna go nuclear.
I'm looking right now. Series 40. Markets.
40.
So for the Lakers to win plus 370, I'm taking it. Plus 370 to come back. They can come back.
Timberwolves ain't gonna score no 25 again.
No. Okay, so we got the Celtics and the Magic right now going on game number 4. 2-1 series. I don't think I think the Celtics win in a gentleman's sweep. I really do. They're up 3 right now. Looks like on the Magic. Uh, hold on a second. My dog's going ape shit.
Hey man, okay, take care of business. You don't know that, Brandon.
No, he's good. He's good. You
They
don't think they're gonna take care of business?
they should, but I don't know all these what these referees on.
Fred says they're faker. NBA is faker than wrestling. So go ahead and ask you, Fred. Jonathan Birdsong does not believe me
You came up with wing belt,
that I had to have that you asked me to have the belt signed
the
in a
wing belt.
certain specific area, pink. And I was like, shit, this is like more. I was
Don't
like,
let
if I don't have him sign the right spot, if I don't have the right color, I'm gonna have to buy a whole new wing belt for Fred. I was so nervous.
Hey man, I'll tell you the best spot. Let's go back to
I
ref.
said, Brett, can you make sure you sign there, please? Please sign
The
there.
best ever spot with the wing belt was when Mr. Perfect was tapping that sucker with the hammer. That
Oh, damn. Isn't that what the hardcore championship is now?
that's a joke. The Hardcore Championship is a joke, but like man, Mr. Perfect was like tap, tap, tap. I loved it.
I didn't even tell you how I took a piss by.
Slow down.
The hammer. I'm not talking about his junk either. But Greg the Hammer Valentine was taking a piss next to me.
That kind of show. The homie from the Dream Team. Yeah.
Yeah. Brad, I appreciate you getting this signed, Brandon. Absolutely not waiting in the line for 2.5 hours line of people. That's my go. I had to. I had to. So,
Yep.
but no, Brad, it was perfect timing, Fred, that I ran
I
into you then. So
I moved Bret Hart up my ladder.
I took a piss next to the hammer. Besides beating Bret Hart, that was next in line. And I didn't check and see if he had a hammer, but that's another story for another day.
Slow down, Brandon.
All right. In about 2.5 hours,
I got to take a
we got
nap.
the Pacers and the Bucks going on.
They're gonna
Game
put
4.
they're gonna put it on the Bucks.
Game 3, they hung in there, and then Milwaukee just blitzed their ass.
And that should tell you right now, like what on Milwaukee.
And
Yeah, you
Gary
got
Trent hit what 9 threes, and somebody else had abominable points. Like it's going to take that type of play thing. But here's my thing: Dame didn't have a crazy game.
no, he did.
Tonight might be that crazy game.
The Pacers still a better team, man. Like you let Dame and Giannis do whatever. Dame and Giannis, like that's this is an old bit. Beat the Pacers.
If they're down by 10 with 6 minutes to go, I'm going to
There's
bed.
no you have the better team at each. I mean that maybe not Giannis' position, but you have the better team. There should be no like the dogging. Pat Connaughton gets in play, dogging. What's the other fool's name? Sorry that they got traded.
Bobby Portis.
Man, Bobby Portis is gonna be trade bait.
Oh,
Make him know it. Make him understand it tonight. Miles, please, thank you. Get this over with. Giannis can have 38, and God, you know what I'm saying? We can, you know what I'm saying, send off Dame Lillard off to the, you know what I'm saying, sunshine too. But like, y'all the better team. Matherin, do your thing. TJ McConnell, do your thing. Darius
let
Walker.
me ask you this:
Darius Walker probably not going to too many minutes, but like, hey, if he does, like, do your thing, man. They the better team.
How many points does what does Tyrese's stat line have to look like for a win tonight?
Well, listen, dude, we're not talking about no 6 points, dude. And then come back, you're going to be dropping up in the daggone pace. That's not going to happen. They're going to put Crossroads Sports in this pace car before you come in, dude. The hell you think? Like Reggie Miller's on the side of the wall for a reason. Like, get this over with. So he has to score 20, and he wants to get to 12 assists. 12 assists, man, into 20 points. But you gotta get we 20 points, and you got to get Matherin, and you got to get the team going. Hopping.
Giannis, you let him score whatever he scores. He scores 40. He scores
Well,
48.
listen, that doesn't mean just because he gets into the 30s, man, you're gonna have to foul him or whatever. That don't mean you don't play smart and use, you know what I'm saying, your fouls, you know what I'm saying, wisely and you're right. You don't want to get Siakam in a, you know what I'm saying, 4-game you know what I'm saying, foul situation going, you know what I'm saying, or who Giannis. rotation of Maya
Yeah.
and whoever is off the bench, kind of supporting that. But yeah, man, you got to just weather, and that's easier said than done. You got to weather this Giannis storm. But at every other position, you can win Pacers and just take
Yeah.
advantage of it. Dame can't weather all these base guards coming at him. We didn't even talk
Right.
like, okay, so I don't want to go into the Pacers depth chart, but I think the Pacers take care of business tonight. Then come on home. Where do they play next game? Tuesday.
Yeah. I hope
Yeah,
they play Tuesday at 6.
God, I love it. Thank you.
I
Herbie.
do. I know you do because you go to sleep early. I might be struggling tonight to finish the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, so I might just see what the score is and
Try to F the Pacers. So Carlisle, I'm hoping he's watching Crossroads Sports. People they do tap in, believe me. You know what I'm saying? But Carlisle going to get in front of him before you get on it, man. Get in the referee's ear to right as soon to start. Not no technical foul
yeah.
start. Like get in these referees ear so that we ain't got
Right.
to go to the tape at the end of the game and trying to figure out if the Pacers got screwed or not.
Two last things. Number one, uh, this is a housekeeping note. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you just on cellular right now with
I
your
believe, I believe, I'm,
service?
I believe it's on my cellular right now.
In the future, please go Wi-Fi because it's been a lot. It's been very choppy throughout.
It's
So yes, well, your video's cut in and out, and then your audio's cut. So in the future, connect it, or we'll talk to Mike Braun about maybe a Wi-Fi extender for everybody in the state.
man, that dude's not not in this house. It ain't gonna
not,
happen.
not in this house. All right, not according to my wife, not in this house either. All right, housekeeping next week. We'll have a show on Wednesday night. Fred Feldner's going to call in. I'm gonna try to work on the audio. John, I may have you test some audio with me. I don't know what the issue is. If not, we'll do video with people calling in. With that comment, if they want to chime in, and then we'll bring them on the call from there. Other than that, great weekend of basketball, NFL draft, Colts, Steelers. I thought they both had great picks. Aaron Rodgers' watch is probably this week for the Steelers. We'll see what happens. If not, we got Mason Rudolph, Will Allen, or uh, Skyler, or whatever the hell his last name is, with the Steelers. So we'll see. But beautiful Sunday night. Get your dinner in, get your shower, get your naps in. We got the Pacers game in less than 2 hours, and critical game 4. I feel like it's a must win. I hate to say it because you don't want to go 6, you don't want to go 7, you don't know what's going to happen. So let's go ahead and take care of this one. Let's go up 3-1 and put a stranglehold for game 5 on Tuesday night here in Indianapolis.
Good night, America.
Oh, sounds good. We'll see you then. Thanks, John. Good luck tonight. I'll text you.
Absolutely.